The splash faded. The crowd gasped. Another performance over. But this time, there would be no standing ovation instead. The chilling realization that entertainment had turned executioner, Sarah Walker had dedicated her life to BlueWave, to the oceans. Most powerful predators, she preached respect, she believed in connection. But on a bright Florida morning, respect wasn't enough. This isn't just an accident. It's a warning we refuse to hear. Training shapes behavior, but it can't control nature. And when nature unleashes itself, no command is absolute. Before we can, should orcas still be held in captivity? Share your thoughts below, and if you're ready to confront the uncomfortable truth, subscribe now. The danger lurks beneath the surface. Sarah Walker was born to the sea. Growing up on the coast, the ocean was her playground, her sanctuary, her obsession. While others built sandcastles, Sarah rescued stranded starfish, memorized tidal charts, and whispered secrets to the others. The water wasn't just a backdrop, it was her destiny. Her first visit to BlueWave Marine Park sealed her fate. She wasn't drawn to the clownish antics of the dolphins. It waste orcas, massive, intelligent, misunderstood. She knew in that moment she would dedicate her life to Vesa creatures, to bridging the gap between human and whale. It wasn't about fame, it was about understanding. And she believed with every fiber of her being that a connection was possible. Sarah didn't start as a star. She started as a volunteer, cleaning tanks, preparing food, observing trainers. She was a sponge, absorbing every detail, every nuance of the orca's behavior. She learned their language, not just thecamans, but the subtle shifts in mood, the flicker in their eyes. Her diligence set the attention of the senior, and within a few years, she was one of them. Standing poolside with creatures she had idolized. Sarah excelled, not because of her empathy, but because of her empathy. She saw the orcas as individuals, each with their own personality, their own history, their own wounds. Kesh specialized in behavioral enrichment, creating games, puzzles, and challenges to stimulate their minds and bodies. She formed a bond with every orca, even their most challenging, including Titan. She believed that even the most damaged animal could be healed with patience. It was that belief that would make her a legend and ultimately end her life. Titan was a troubled soul. Captured as a juvenile, he had spent years confined to Tasmal tanks, transferred from park to park. He was aggressive, unpredictable, a danger to himself and others. At BlueWave, he was an outcast, kept separate from the other orcas, a source of constant anxiety for the staff. He learned the tricks, but never knew trust. Trainers were wary of Titan. Previous incidents had left scars, both physical and emotional. He was considered a risk, a liability. But Sarah saw something different. She saw the trauma, felonliness, the rage simmering beneath their surface. Where others saw a monster, she saw a victim. She believed she could reach him. What she didn't realize was that Titan had never forgotten the ocean, and he would never forgive his captivity. The morning of July 4th was electric. The park was packed. Families celebrated. Sarah prepared for the afternoon show. But focused. Titan had been unusually responsive. The performance had been smoothly. Titan executed each trick with precision. The crowd roared. Sarah smiled. She believed she was making progress. Then, without warning, everything changed during a seemingly routinary action. Titan lunged. Jaws clamped down on her leg. The crowd gasped. Some thinking it was part of the act. But the laughter quickly turned to screams as Titan dragged Sarah. Beneath this surface, the water turned red. Chaos erupted. Trainers scrambled. Sirens blared. But Titan refused to release her. He thrashed, he spun, he held her down until she washed hill. The celebration had become a massacre. The illusion shattered. The Ocean had reclaimed what was always hers. The investigation was swift and brutal. Negligence, safety violations, a history of ignored warnings. Sarah's death became a mere symbol of the price of entertainment, a sacrifice to the god of profit. Titan was never exhibited again. BlueWave closed its doors, its Lego systemed with blood. Sarah Walker didn't die in vain. Her death sparked outrage, ignited change. New regulations were implemented. Orca captivity was questioned. A shift began. Sarah Walker didn't seek fame, she sought connection. But in the end, it was her death, not her life, that spoke volumes. She reminded the world that wildness be tamed, only contained. And sometimes the container breaks. What is the cost of exploiting the natural world? If this story resonated, speak out. Share with us. Remember Sarah's name. Tell us what you think in the comments. Was this preventable? Who bears the responsibility? And if you want more stories that expose these uncomfortable truths, subscribe now. The answers lie in the depths.